Okay, if there's no other thing to come before us right now, I would like to introduce our speaker, whom you all know, and I know he has some real good words. So let's have Tex Garner come up here.
I've been talking, and I've just about lost my voice. I know that it's unusual for somebody like me to be up here, and I'm here for three reasons. One, they didn't think they could find a Texan that wasn't bashful. Two, they didn't think they could find a Texan that could tell the truth. But the main reason I'm here is because of you. My name's Tex Garner. I was a fighter pilot aboard the carrier Suwannee, Air Group 60. I was proud of it. She was a hell of a ship, and the reason she was a hell of a ship is because of you. I want to take a little bit of time and look at the Suwannee from a different angle. From a pilot standpoint, to you men who gave her a heart, a soul, you gave her a life, you gave her a pulse, and you gave her meaning. I don't think there is a pilot, and I think just about for every pilot in the U.S. Navy, there is never any time that I took off on that carrier deck that I did not feel that I was the best prepared, most cared for, most looked after, with more given to me to gird me for battle. Y'all did it. You did it. And I left that carrier many times. I never left that carrier that I wasn't scared. Now, I wasn't scared of dying. I didn't want to. But I knew that was the price that we were paying, and that was the stakes that we were up against. And if it became necessary for me to die, I would do so. Just like you. If you came time that you had to pay the price, you would have paid it. A lot of good men did. I left that carrier deck scared, not of time. I left that carrier scared because I was scared that I might let you down. That scared you. You didn't let me down, and I damn sure didn't let you down. Y'all are great people. I admire you. I respect you. And we couldn't have done it without you. And I'm glad enough. I told myself I wasn't going to do that, but I feel like it. So I guess I'm a Texan that does right. You know, that group, the Suwannee people, y'all have given the flyboys, you gave us all the credit. We were your prima donnas. Y'all treated us like it. But I never saw such dedication given to the people that worked on the plane, armed the planes, corrected their errors, patched the holes, cooked my food, washed my dirty drawers. Boy, I had some men. To the lowest man on that Suwannee. I don't care how far down in the bills he was. And he was pumping the bills for me. I respected him, and I still do. And we pilots got a lot of praise, and we acknowledged right quick that we could not, in any manner, ever do it without you. You gave us the way. We thank you. I had the privilege in 1983 to go back to the South Pacific. I was hoping that a bunch of us, every 60 people, would make it. There was two of them, me and Ralph Kalel.
Nobody invited the rest of us.
I damn sure did. I wrote everybody I could get a letter on. Had a bunch of them was going, things happened. Ralph Kalel and I took off, and we went back in October 1983. We spent 35 days going to every place that we shot at, flew over, bombed, TT'd on, or whatever we did to them. We went to those places, every single island, and we traveled by every known method of transportation known to man. Got out into the outriver canoe. One time Cal had to carry me on his back. I never saw such a reception given to us in every place we went. Our country, our nation, has become known as the ugly American. You've heard it, I've heard it. Everywhere we go, we are the ugly American. But gentlemen, in the South Pacific, you are God's. You can do no wrong. And if you ever have a chance to go back, do it. It was the best money I ever spent in my life. You will walk down the street. They know who you are. Some way, you know, what the grapevine or whatever it is. They know who you are. And they'll come out to you. And they'll catch your hand. And they'll put it up to the heart. And they'll put it up to the say thank you. That made what we did, what you allowed us to do, worthwhile. And I'm deeply grateful to you, everyone. Oh, damn, I'm clouding up again. I'm clouding up again. Y'all forgive me. But the Suwannee, the men on it, means everything to me. And I want you to know, you people that the humdrum, that every day, the work you did, and you thought nobody was appreciating you. You're heroes. You are outstanding people. Because you gave us 100% of you. And we appreciate you. And ladies, tonight when you go to bed, you reach over that boy. You think he's a big book. He's a hero. He's a damn good man. Somebody pass the plate, please.
Amen.
I think you don't. You know, I haven't always been known as Tex. I was 14 years old before I found out my name wasn't Get Wood. I started flying in college, went on in the Navy, and when I got out, I still flew. I stayed in reserve, I flew jets, had my own airplane, and I flew. In fact, the other day, I took a flight physical before I came up here. Doctor checked me over, and I said, well, what kind of shape am I in, Doc? He said, pretty good. For an old tooth. Sort of like that. He looked at me and he said, Tex, how long has it been since you had sex? I said, 1958.
Now I know he's lying.
He said, what in the hell's the matter with you? I said, hell, Doc, it's not but 20:30 now. Now, you think I'm kidding a lot.
Got it clear to women.
You know, one of the things I like about, well, little Bill Garner, Wild Bill was a crewman aboard Luke McKay's plane, I believe, wasn't it? Wild Bill. He got us together back in the 1960s. We had our Air Group 60 reunion in New York. He did it all by himself. We loved him for it. Didn't want to come here. We love you. We love you. And Charlie, we love you. Don't stop these things. Good God Almighty, what a bunch. It's sort of like Garlic was telling me, you know, you think us Texans say talk a lot. Kind of straight and through the middle.
No.
I don't do nothing. You know what he had the guts to tell me? I texted him. He told me this. And he gave me the golf club he did it with. Got it up the roof. He made a hole-in-one 682 miles long. Now, that's pretty hard even for a Texan.
It was a
And I pinned him down. Here's what he said to me. He took that club, it's a whopper. Whopper?
That's it.
Whopper. And he whopped the ball. Whop. There's a Canadian goose down there. And he went right in his bunghole. Had his name on the ball with his address. And that geese went back to Canada. And they found that ball in a golf course in Ontario, Canada. And they found him and 682 miles away. All over his farm. That's true. That old Wild Bill told me that. I believe it, whatever he said. Everybody going there like we got a lot of quick thinkers in the pilots and the crewmen. We had to be quick. We had to outthink somebody. And then we realized we weren't doing real smart because that carrier sometimes got a little small coming back. It got smaller and smaller and smaller. But the quickest thinking man in the whole air group that I ever heard of in my life, quickest thinking man in the Navy, Jesse Mel. Hold him. Hold him. Jesse was on watch one night. And Commander Foulbaugh, remember Harvey Foulbaugh, my skipper? Air Group 60 commander, walked up on it, and there sat Jesse asleep in a chair, head down, sound asleep. Foulbaugh looks at him and sat there. About 5 minutes, he finally said, and this is how quick Jesse thought. Without raising his head, he didn't move a muscle. He said, and we ask this in Jesus' name. Well, God was telling me, how the hell am I going to put him on report when he's that smart? But I got to. I said, Skipper, anybody that can think that fast, that quick, instead of putting him on the report, you ought to promote him. We called Jesse up to the ready room, and he thought he was fixing to get court-martialed. And we bumped him one more grade. Coming from Texas, you know, we tell a lot of funnies ourselves. And y'all may have heard about the Texas Aggies. They're like, we call them Aggie jokes down there. Y'all call them Pollock jokes up here. Something like that. I don't know what it is. But anyway, the Aggies this year thought they had a pretty good ball club. Got a new coach, and they're working down there, doing pretty good. Playing this game, University of Texas, 0-0, 0-0, 0-0. Hey, guy about to run out. Their star quarterback got his shoulder bone broken. They take him out. Brought in the sub. He played 2 plays. He got his collarbone broken. Put the third one in. He got his collarbone broken. They're out of quarterback. He said, "Oh, I got the freshman over there." He said, "Come here, Charlie. Charlie, I'm gonna send you in there." The other coach, he said, "Well, hell, the only thing you can do is handle the ball 3 times, kick some of it. Maybe our defense will keep them out of the end goal. Maybe we wind up with 0-0 score." Charlie said, "What do you want me to do, Coach?" He said, "All right, Charlie, here's what I want you to do. When you get the ball first time, you flip it to the right end. When you get the ball the second time, you flip it to the left end. When you get the ball the third time, give it that fullback and shoot him right up the middle. You get your hands on that ball the 4th time, you take it and kick the living snot out of it." Okay. They kicked off to A&M. They had them on the 20-yard line. A&M's on 20-yard line. Old Charlie took that ball, he turned, he flipped it out there that right end. He whipped that corner, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50-yard line. 30-yard pickup, 1st and 10. Oh, everybody's happy. He cut the ball that second time, he flipped it to the lefty. He cut the corner. 40, 30, 20, boom, another 30-yard pickup. God almighty, it's going great. 1st and 10 again. He said, "All right, I'm going to give it that fullback. I want you boys to open that hole up right in the middle. Fred, you go right in there. Run hard." Okay. Sure enough. Snapped the ball, they hunted off the old Fred, and he tore her right into the middle. Made it up to the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1, punt line. 19 and a half yards punt. 1st and goal to go. Charlie turned around, he caught that ball, he faded back, and he kicked the snot out of it. Down there, kicked it out of the stadium. The coach runs out there and says, "Charlie, you dumb son of a bitch. What in the hell were you thinking about when you kicked that ball?" He said, "Coach, I was thinking we got to have the dumbest coach in the Southwest country." When the Kamikaze hit Suwannee, the first one, I was flying. I was on the west side of Lady Gulf, and I met over we'd been doing a little working around. And we heard on the radio that the Suwannee had been hit. Here I am in the air, and I'm thinking, here my ship has been Kamikaze. How mighty. And you will never know what went through my mind. The word was given to us to proceed back to the Suwannee. They were making repairs and would take us aboard. Now, gentlemen, if you're fixing to fly over 300 miles of open water to a spot where a carrier is supposed to be that has been kamikazed, and I am to believe that y'all are going to repair a carrier in 90 minutes and take me aboard, can you imagine what was going through my mind? There ain't no way. There ain't no way. But y'all didn't know that. You didn't know that. And you did it. With guts and heart and soul and every ounce of me. I got back to that carrier. They told me to circle the stern of it. And I did. And I was waiting for that signal. Get dog, prep charge. Prepare to land. Oh, and here it came. I said, God almighty, we can't land an airplane where a carrier's been hit. And here it comes. Doggy. Landing. I came by that starboard quarter, the side, and I looked down there and I saw that 5-inch gun on the fantail tracking me. And I'm thinking that they're nervous, they've been hit. Hell, I can understand that. And I reached up and dropped my wheels, my flaps, and my hook all at one time. That's just like putting on brakes. And at that moment, that 5-inch gun shot right in my face. I like to fill that airplane up. I have never known who manned that 5-inch gun. And if you man that
3rd Division.
that gun will meet me in the parking lot that this is over, I've got something to talk to you about. Your like to scare me to death. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe a lot of the stuff that went on. It's like time Tim Casey. Where's Tim? Tim? Where's Tim Casey?
Chasing temptation.
Here he is.
He's asleep over there, ain't he? That's him.
He's asleep.
Tim, the torpedo pilot. Yeah, I see it. He had a little friend called J.B. Dunn. Little bitty boy, if you were squeezing real hard, you might get a drop of blood out of him. Little bitty boy. And J.B. had a big fountain, and he liked to drink food. It doesn't matter what it was, you seen him. And when he did, he was a fighter. And he couldn't whip a damn. Casey, big old let him help me out, man. He was the one that put the big claw on that Sheriff Clark down there in Alabama, Mississippi, what it was. In other words, he was the fighter. He had to take up with JP. We got down on an oak club one night, and we missed the last trip back to the ship. And here we're trying to figure out, because the carriage going to leave about 3 o'clock in the morning. We got to figure out a way to get out there. Here comes Commodore. Boy, he was so drunk he couldn't find it with both hands. Big old rig come, boom, wood, mahogany, crisscross, pretty. When I brings his Commodore, how about dumping us off at a ship. Sure, I know. Coxswain take them to their ship. And the coxswain looks up and says, what's the name of your ship? Said Suwannee. When he said Suwannee, that Commodore came up and said, pilots? I hate pilots. I'm picking some bitches up out of the water all day. I'm a flotilla destroyer today. I hate pilots. Coxswain turn around and throw them off. Casey says, don't turn that wheel, Coxswain. Take us to the Suwannee. He said, sure, I can do it. He said, don't turn that wheel. Take us to the Suwannee. Well, hell, the Coxswain, he don't turn that damn wheel. And Casey's not going to let him. He reaches down and he grabs that jacket and twists it. Casey weighs about 200 pounds, 250 something. He just picked that boy up, he weighed everybody, and dropped him on the side. This is true happening. We went on out to the carrier, pulled up, got stopped, got out, reached down there, kicked the throttle wide open, reached over and kicked it in gear, and that thing took off. The next day, the radio was working, trying to find out the name of the pilots that Commodore so-and-so had let off out in their Suwannee, with their ship. He didn't remember the name, thank God. Of course, none of us knew what he was talking about. Ooh-wee. Of course, nowadays, I'm getting old, and all getting old. We're not going to have much longer. Lifelong here, he said that I've already got that 310 now. I'm telling the truth. You know what? That's the one you could cut out, wasn't it, honey? No. Sorry about that. Because I've got that CRS disease. Most of us are getting it nowadays. Can't remember shit. I woke up the other night and I had my leg over my wife. I didn't know whether I was getting old or getting old. Oh, how much more time? Anyway, we got a great time. I talked too long. And I would like to tell you one story for you. Only thing is, it's not a story. It's the truth. It's from my heart. Men, if you don't know that you haven't shaken my hand in 3 years, you ain't much of a man. You've been hiding. I've tried my damnedest to shake every hand that I could find because I want to. I respect you. I admire you. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being the crew that you put me into the air as the best pilot in the U.S. Navy.